This is the time of year when scientists from around the world ask regular citizens to participate in gathering data to help create an annual snapshot of all kinds of birds. It's called Citizen Science, and News 8's Martha Koloski joins us with more.
Hi, Mike. It's called the Great Backyard Bird Count. It's a great way to get outside, reconnect with nature, and make a contribution to science around the world. Here's more about Citizen Science in tonight's Hour Outdoors.
Let's look up in here, because I can hear something twittering.
Joyce Cielecki is a biodiversity educator in La Crosse County, and it's her job to connect people with nature.
Well, the Backyard Bird Count is a very large, it's actually a worldwide citizen science project. So what that means is people of all ages and all abilities all over the world are out during the first weekend in February collecting information on the birds they're seeing right in their own backyard, within their neighborhoods.
Like, do you have to be a pretty experienced person to try to do this or not?
No, and that's one of the best parts about the Backyard Bird Count. You don't need to be an expert. I'm certainly not an expert. I know quite a few birds, but I'm not an expert. All you need is to have an interest in birds.
It sounds simple enough, but the information that's collected is really valuable to scientists, and it's something they can't do alone.
Or some sparrows. I think that's what we're hearing over here is the sparrows.
And that information is compiled and then it's used by scientists over the world to track migration patterns, determine if there's something funny going on, seeing climate changes, for example, and how it might be impacting the birds.
And just because it's called the Great Backyard Bird Count doesn't mean you have to limit yourself to your backyard.
That's right. It can be your backyard. It's the Great Backyard Bird Count, but it can be your whole neighborhood, your block. It can be out in the forest. It can be in a park.
And if you're a beginner, you may need one of these.
Year-round residents. Children love this bird because it's not afraid of humans very much. And if you're patient, you can actually get the chickadees to eat out of your hand. And we can hear cardinals in the background. We hear a male cardinal chirping. We hear house sparrows. We heard nuthatch over here. And in this particular backyard, they're not doing a lot of feeding, but there's still birds all around the neighborhood.
So the next time you take a walk outside in your neighborhood, don't forget to look up to see what you may have been missing.
So it's really taking the time to slow down and kind of connect with nature right where you're at and just kind of start looking. And you'll see them. They're there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun trying just to keep up on all the different things we were seeing. But, you know, these bird counts really do help scientists get a better look at everything from bird diseases like West Nile virus we've heard so much about, but also how climate change can affect bird populations. And if you did miss this great backyard bird count, there are others throughout the year. There's a Christmas bird count, the Project Feeder Watch, also eBird, and they all help to get the big picture about what's happening to different bird populations. So there's other ones we can tell you about later.
Right, because there's different kinds of birds at different
times of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't catch them all right now. Exactly.
Thanks, Martha.
Yeah.